My name is Heather Rollwagon, and I'm a sociology professor at Ryerson University. Today, I'm going to take you through a short presentation that tells you a little bit more about what sociology is and what you can do with the sociology degree. I'd also like to tell you a little bit more about what makes Ryerson sociology program so unique and a little bit about the courses that you would take if you came to the BA sociology program at Ryerson. I'll also give you some more information about how you can contact someone from the sociology department if you have any more questions. I'm just going to start by sharing my screen so that we can all look at this presentation together. So what is sociology? A lot of students may take a psychology, anthropology, sociology course in high school, and that might give you some idea of what sociology is, but those are actually three very different disciplines. Sociology is the systematic study of social life and social behavior. It looks at how humans interact in communities together, how we come together to produce language and culture and solidarity. And we also focus a lot on social inequality and how human communities produce violence, social inequality, and oppression. So we look at some of those systems such as patriarchy and capitalism and colonialism and think about how those systems are working together to produce harm and social inequality as well. We use sociological theories to think about these things, so explanations and frameworks for how we can think about the world, and we use sociological research methods to systematically study social life in order to better understand it. So that's a pretty broad discipline, and because it's a broad discipline, really you can do anything with the sociology degree. So a common question that I get is, what can you do with a sociology degree? Because it doesn't necessarily lead to a very specific career path. But I think the important thing is to think about more in terms of what can't you do with a sociology degree. And here I have just a few examples of some of our alumni to illustrate the diversity of career pathways that our students take when they finish a sociology degree. So for example, we have Justin, who is actually on the men's basketball team when Justin was a student at Ryerson, and has now combined their love of basketball with their love of community work and not-for-profit work, and is working as the director of sport programming for MLSE Launchpad. Brooke was a student in our program several years ago who's now working in finance. Cassandra is a student who graduated nearly 10 years ago and is currently owns her own business and is working as a birth doula. Melissa is a student who initially went on to do a research analyst certificate, which is a postgraduate certificate, and is currently working as a policy advisor for the Ontario Public Service. Marcus is a student who went on to complete a graduate degree after their undergraduate degree and is currently working in so many different places, working as an artist. Marcus is an author, a researcher, and a small business owner as well. And Hiba is a student who went on to law school after graduation, is currently an articling student. So you can see that our students really go so many different ways, and a sociology degree creates a great foundation for any direction that you might choose. So it's not limiting your pathway to any possible career, and just creates a very solid foundation for you. So to give you a sense of some of the most common places that our students go, many of our students go right into the labor force after graduation and work in a variety of different careers. I couldn't possibly name all the career pathways here, but some of the more common ones are research and data analytics, because there is so much training in our program on research skills. A lot of our students are very strong advocates for social justice and end up translating their education at Ryerson into work that involves community-based organizing, activism, not-for-profit organizations, things like that. A lot of students work in public relations and communications, marketing, digital media, public administration, policy. So these are some common places that our students end up after they finish a BA in sociology. Some students decide to do a one-year postgraduate college program. So these programs require that you have an undergraduate degree to go into them. And they're one-year intensive programs that often translate into very specific fields of study. So for example, some of our students pursue a human resources professional certificate that allows them to get the certifications needed for a career in human resources. A lot of our students pursue a research analyst program, which translates well into research-oriented careers or market research. We have students that have gone into public relations and communications and nonprofit management, and a host of others as well. A lot of our students, and increasingly more, are pursuing graduate programs, and I differentiate them here between the professional-oriented graduate programs or more terminal master's programs, and then research-based graduate programs that might translate more into a doctoral degree as well. So the students that pursue professional graduate programs typically go to education, get a Bachelor of Education. A lot of our students go to law school, pursue urban planning, public policy, administration. Public health is something that works very well with a sociology degree, as well as industrial relations. Some of our students pursue research-based graduate programs. So of course they could pursue a master's degree in sociology, but a lot of more interdisciplinary programs are also attractive to our students. Our students pursue equity studies or social justice studies, gender studies, women's studies, communications, social work, criminology, and legal studies. So there's a lot of options available to you if you have an undergraduate degree in sociology. So what is it about Ryerson that's different? There's a sociology program at nearly every university in Ontario. So why would you come to Ryerson to study sociology? So let me tell you a few things that really set our program apart. The first is that we have a strong emphasis on experiential and course-based community-engaged learning opportunities. So we really believe that students learn sociology by doing sociology. And that means that you will have course assignments, for example, that require you to be out in the field some way. Even though during COVID, we can't actually be out in the field, our students are researching, learning about organizations. They are involved in social justice initiatives. They're participating in events virtually. So even in a remote environment, we're able to do sociology by getting out into the world and being in the world as a way to really put the tools that we learn in class into action. Community engaged learning opportunities are very specific course assignments where students provide some type of service to a community organization in a way that helps them think about the course goals or the course learning objectives. So for example, in the survey design course that students take in their third year, some of the students will elect to take the course-based community engaged learning project, and they will work in teams as research consultants to an organization and conduct a survey for that organization and analyze the results and prepare a report and give a presentation to that organization. And that helps them really put the tools of survey research into action and get a really formative professional development experience, while at the same time an organization is getting some research done for them that might fill a need or inform their own services in an important way. So our department really emphasizes these initiatives, and we invest a lot of resources into making sure that these things can happen. We also have a very strong emphasis on equity and transformative social change. So we have a faculty that has a very strong expertise in equity, in anti-racism, in critical studies and critical perspectives. And that allows us to teach our courses in ways that emphasize these perspectives and bring new ways of thinking into areas of study that are traditionally have been dominated or thought about in very narrow ways. So this is a strong emphasis, and our faculty expertise is such is that we are developing new and exciting courses every year that allow us to think about emerging social issues in really innovative and thoughtful ways. We also provide extensive training in research skills. So while most sociology programs have a required course in research methods or a required course in qualitative methods, we have a few more of these courses that really train our students to be excellent researchers in both qualitative methods and quantitative methods. We provide a lot of resources to support students in these courses as well. So we have a really robust peer mentor program. We have teaching assistants. We have faculty who teach these courses to make sure that students are well supported and can really get a lot from this training. And finally, most importantly, I would say that we have the most active and engaged student community of any program I have ever seen. Our sociology students union is extremely active. They have a lot of involvement with faculty members in the department. They create a lot of events and ways for students to interact and get to know each other in person normally, but then even virtually, they've done a tremendous amount of work to ensure that students are connected into our program. And I think that's really what sets our program apart, because our students are present, they are engaged, and they're excited about what they're learning, which creates a very positive learning experience and a wonderful teaching experience for professors as well. So here's an idea of some of the different faculty members who teach courses in our department and do research in our department, and some of the courses that they tend to teach. This is not everybody in our department. We have quite a large department, but I wanted to give you an idea of the diversity of different courses that you can take. Even if you end up coming to Ryerson but not studying sociology, you might be interested to take one of these courses. But of course, some of these courses are specific to our program as well. So Dr. De Leon teaches a class on social class in changing times. Dr. Jamal created a course and that regularly teaches a course on women and Islam. Dr. Knight teaches a course called Blackness and Freedom that was just created a few years ago and is an example of one of those new and emerging courses that is certainly very popular among our students. Dr. Moore teaches a course on Hollywood and society. Dr. Lee teaches a required course in our program called Indigenous Perspectives on Canada. Dr. Reese is one of our newer faculty members, and Dr. Reese is teaching race and ethnicity this semester and will teach other courses as well. Dr. Scribe teaches a course called Violence in the Family, and Dr. Scribe also teaches courses on gender studies. Dr. Tilak Singh teaches an environmental sociology course that is very popular, and Dr. Tilak Singh also teaches our required course called Toronto, the Changing City, which is a sociology course all about Toronto. Dr. Neverson, who I believe is perhaps hidden behind me right here, if I can move out of the way. Dr. Neverson teaches a course called The Sociology of Sport. Dr. Elton teaches a course that is very popular in our program called The Sociology of Food and Eating. Dr. Jewell teaches a course all about colonialism and racialization, and Dr. Gingras teaches a course called Globalization and Health. So as you can see, there's a lot of different faculty members teaching a wide variety of courses. And of course, I haven't talked about everybody in our department. And even these faculty members don't just teach these courses, they teach others as well. So it really speaks to the richness and the diversity of our research expertise in the department. So surely you'll be able to find courses that really spark your interest in something and really encourage you and inspire you to dig deeper into that. So if you come to the BA Sociology program, what are you going to do? What courses are you going to be taking? So we have some required courses and then we have some elective courses. So let me tell you about the required courses first. In your first year of the program, when you come, you'll be taking part in what is known as the Faculty of Arts Common Platform. And that means you'll take some required sociology courses and then some courses that give you foundational skills in studying the liberal arts that also allow you to be able to transfer between programs if you decide that sociology is not the right fit for you, or you join another department and decide that actually you want to be in sociology. So in your first year, you'll take Introduction to Sociology and Sociology of the Everyday, and those are your two required sociology courses. So they'll give you a very strong foundation in sociology, but you'll also take Academic Writing and Research and Critical Thinking. In your second year, you really start to get into the theoretical perspectives of the program and get some background in the context in which we are studying sociology. So you'll take Toronto, the Changing City, as well as an Indigenous Perspectives on Canada course. And then you'll start to take some of those required methods and theory courses, such as Classical Social Theory, Research Design and Qualitative Methods, and Introduction to Data Analysis. By the third year of your program, you're going to be taking more advanced courses in theory and methods, including a contemporary sociological theory course, a statistical modeling class, a survey design class, and a media research course. And finally, in your fourth year, you'll take a capstone course where you kind of bring all of your knowledge together into one course with your cohort, as well as taking an elective course that's a senior sociology elective. And that could be focusing on like a seminar in a specific topic. It could be a course where you talk a bit more about social activism and making social change, or it could be a career integration course where you think more carefully about how your skills in sociology translate to a career outside of your degree program and into the field. So in addition to those required courses, you'll see here that you also get to take 8 sociology electives. So those are courses that are sociology courses, but you have some choice in which ones you take. So for example, you could take the sociology of food and eating, or you could take a course in social class and changing times. So there's lots of different courses that you could take there. You'll also take some courses outside of sociology, including some liberal studies courses, some other introductory social sciences and humanities courses, and some upper year electives from outside of sociology. And this provides good breadth to your program of study. So while you're here, there are a few things that you could do to really enhance your degree if you're interested. So none of these things is required. These are just options that are open to you if you're interested. The first is that we're really excited to announce that we now have double majors. So you can complete a double major in sociology with criminology, sociology with politics and governance, or sociology with history. So those are the 3 combinations that are available to sociology students right now. And you would apply into the double major program in your first year. So the first step would be coming to sociology, and then the second step would be in your first year, you would then apply to transfer into one of these double major programs. You can learn more about what these programs look like on the sociology website. Another option is for you to take part in the Sociology Cooperative Education Program. So this is a brand new option as well. We are currently taking in our first cohort of students, and we will obviously be building every year. So the Sociology Cooperative Education Program is when you would complete 3 work terms throughout your undergraduate degree, and you would earn that cooperative education designation on your degree. So this is a great way for you to get paid work experience relevant to your degree while you're completing your degree. This is a program that you would apply to as well in your first year. So again, the first step is coming to Ryerson into the sociology program, and then in the first year of your program, you would then complete the application and apply to these programs. The third thing that you can do is to complete a minor, and a lot of our students do a minor in addition to majoring in sociology. So Ryerson offers over 50 different minors. So there's really so many different options you can do. You don't have to do a minor, there's no requirement to, but a lot of our students find that they have a particular interest in something, and if they complete 6 credits from a specific list that is provided, then they can complete a minor. The most popular minors among our program students are criminology, psychology, family supports and community practice, human resources management, business essentials, law, French, and marketing. But there are others. You can complete a minor in Caribbean studies. You can do a minor in Middle East and North African studies. You can complete minors in just about anything. So you can consult the Ryerson website to see a complete list of the minors and then the required courses that are required for each of those minors. I'd really encourage you to contact us if you have any questions at all. Again, my name is Professor Heather Rollwagon. I'm the undergraduate program director for the BA Sociology program, and my contact information is provided here. You can also find my contact information on the Ryerson website. You can also contact Elizabeth Johnson. Elizabeth is the undergraduate program administrator. She is the first point of contact for our students, and our students will tell you that she is a superhero when it comes to helping students through their programs. She is available by email as well, and her email address is provided here and is also available on the Ryerson website. I've made reference to the website several times throughout this presentation. You can look for us at www.ryerson.ca/sociology. We have a lot of information on our website about the courses that we offer and their descriptions, who often teaches them. There's links to information about the Ryerson Sociology Students Union, about minors. So you can really learn a lot about our program by visiting our website. Of course, if you have questions, send us an email. We're happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much for listening to this. I look forward to hearing from you with your questions and hopefully seeing some of you next year at Ryerson.